Hello everyone, welcome to some Loop Hero. I've been playing this game for a little while now, a few hours I think, in terms of playtime. I'm really enjoying it, so I thought I'd give it a stream and record it so I can put it up on the YouTube channel as well. So if you haven't seen it before, I haven't gotten that far in. I've unlocked one class and a couple of the upgrades, but you'll pick it up pretty quickly how this goes as you watch it play. A lot of the game in fact plays out on its own, but you're kind of in the background building up a lot of the environment and where monsters can spawn. You're choosing what equipment that you get as the character, and you also kind of have to do a judgment of when to leave the level, which you can do at any time, as long as you're trying not to die, obviously, so that you get as much resources out of the level as possible. Let's give it a go. So here's my little town that I've been making so far. You can see that I've got a few things that I've built up around this campfire that you start off with. You can build these with the resources that you pick up from the world. Currently I'm working towards the supply depot, so I need a bit more iron, which I should be able to get from another trip out. You normally get iron from essentially equipment that you don't use breaking down in your inventory. You'll see what I mean when we start. I'm going to launch straight into an expedition. I'll just go with the vanilla character, which is the warrior. You can see that I have a deck of cards here that I've tailored specifically for some things that I do or don't want to see. I'm fine with quite a bit of fighting, so I've got the village and wheat fields together, which can be both good and bad. The village gives you extra loot, so does the battlefield, which can spawn chests. So the more gear I get, the better, because I'm trying to get as many metal things as possible so that I can break those down. In fact, I'm just going to turn that down for myself a little bit. There you go. So confirming that, I'm fine with that. We've got the treasury card as well. That I'll show you what that does. We get straight into the expedition. So here's the loot. Now, I start off because I have the blacksmith or something. I forget what it's called. I think it's called a blacksmith. I get to start off with some basic equipment. But if you're starting the game off fresh, you won't start with any, but it's fine. You still have some basic stats. And it's all hands-free, the combat. And you just pick up the loot from the enemies as you go around the loop. Just got some cards, the meadow and the mountain. The mountains and rocks can increase your max HP. You generally want to put these down as soon as you get them, as far as I can tell, because if I show you, it increases your max HP, but doesn't bring your current HP up with it. You also want to put the meadow down pretty quickly, because that will give you health over time. If you don't really want to min-max it like that, though, I don't think it's a big deal, to be honest, because you can just go a loop, really, in its entirety without changing very much, I feel. So I've got a treasury, which I can start putting some other terrain pieces around. Maybe I should have saved the other things for that, to be honest. I'm not going to equip these other basics things over what I've already got, even though they're slightly better, because I just want maximum iron. Got a ring, what does that do? Regen health, sounds good. So I've got a grove. Now I've got to think of where I actually want to put all my monster spawning tiles. I think I want to put them here, because then I can put a beacon in this little nook, which will maximise the amount of squares there. I'll put that here. We've got some rocks. So I'm going to put that kind of facing towards these rocks up here. and I can kind of build a big mountain range here. Ready for the dead, Quan? I'm ready. What have we got? Thaddeus isn't much better than what we've got. Right, what do we get? Got Vampirism. I think just having regen over time is fine for now. Okay, Village, we want that down, I think, as soon as possible to get the quests. Quests give us items, which we really want, and we can give that to Wheat Fields as well. Maybe I should have put this on this line here, but I want the quest as soon as possible so I can get more gear to break down into iron. Got a level 3 chain there, so I think that's worth the upgrade. So I've got the options, as you can see, to pause whenever I get to the camp, because this is where you could possibly retreat. But I'm doing pretty well so far, and I'm only on loop 3. I think around loop 6 or 7 it starts to get quite a bit dangerous for you and might consider leaving then. Right, we've got a battlefield, which I think is normally good to put right at the start of the loop. Got some meadows as well. Put them all around the treasury to get more stuff. Right, what are we going to get from this quest? Oh, we are doing very little damage to this guy. I wonder if the quest monsters have additional health and stuff. I've not thought about that before. Got the quest though. I do like the background music in it. Right, what have we got to work with? Rock. That transform the meadow. There you go. Now I could overlay another battlefield, but if they're in the same region, they spawn like blood tiles. So I think I want to put it a bit further up. And we can finish off this as well. There you go. Tons of stuff in there. Nice. So we want at least 2 metal from this. So far we're only at 7 like tiny pieces of metal. Some much better weapons just now. Let's replace our stuff. Choice between magic damage, attack speed, regen, and vampirism, or attack speed plus 8, regen and evasion. I think the vampirism is pretty good. Yeah, let's get the mixed one. We're starting to build up towards a mountain range. We've got a goblin camp spawn because we put lots of mountains and rocks down. Don't think I placed this very well because I think you want to leave it a little bit on the outside for meadows, but I've placed it too far to the left. So we're on loop 4 right now. I'm going to keep an eye on what we've got coming in, but we want as much of it as possible to just go into the scrap to get as much metal as we can. That seems to be really similar, so we'll leave it. Okay, even more stuff. I think we can upgrade our shields, yeah. Right, we're building up to the mountain here. Maybe on the outside of this we can start putting some meadows then. Right, we've got a grove. We can do that to feast on all of these like little adjacent tiles. Another grove, okay. Might get the, I think they're blood golems that you can get spawning from groves if they like essentially eat enough enemies. The thing is, whenever you play with wheat fields, I end up with way too many wheat fields compared to how many houses I get. And wheat fields only seem to work next to houses. We still get additional from adjacency to mountains. +2 for every adjacent rock or mountain, and this is a mountain peak. I don't know if this counts. Let's see. So it's it's +2 for itself, and then +2 for another. I think it's working. Vampirism, okay. Let's get these meadows down. We're going to have to build them up somewhere else. Because this is, I think I want to fill all this bit in rock. So let's put it just here. And then we can start placing rock elsewhere after we fill this up. A little bit of spread damage. Ooh, hello. Attack speed +8 and evasion. I think the regen is still good. The vampirism is stacking as well, actually. Let's get a bit more evasion with this. Do we want that? There you go. Speaking of road lanterns, that'll keep it down in this area, so we can just keep putting more stuff there. Good. Not really what we want. I'm honestly tempted to get rid of the wheat fields from the deck because they just clog up my hands. They don't seem to do very much at all. Shield Master, 10% chance of on hit of stunning target for 1 second. Hero pushes himself into battle head on. His first attack has 75% chance of stun for 1 second. Or card sharp, 10% chance to keep the card after placing it. I feel like this top one is better than Battering Ram because it just lasts forever. And this one, I mean, you get cards over time anyway. even more fields. They're really just not worth it, I feel. Ooh, level 4 ring. Attack speed, same counter, same regen, slightly less vampirism. So it kind of gets rid of the magic damage, places it for counter. Same regen, kinda same vampirism. A lot more... no, the same attack speed. It's not really that much of an upgrade, even though it's a level higher. It's just it got more counter. Is counter that good? Over magic damage? I don't know. The number on this one is bigger, so I'm gonna just replace it just in case, I think. So I don't know enough about the mechanics of this game of how big a deal counter is, I think. Got a grove. So we've got a mimic from the chest, which can happen randomly, it seems. Ooh, got a good shield though. Yeah, definitely replace that. I don't know if vampirism is worth keeping over the additional health. I think it is. Like, 'cause it's more sustain, right? Maybe I'm just talking out my bum. I don't know. More rock. And another grove. Can overlap groves. I think I want another road lantern on this bit, so I guess here. Oh, I stunned it. That's the little thing for stunning. This guy has vampirism as well, but a big load of damage to wall. Eh. Big load of goblins have built up. You can't control where the goblins spawn, unfortunately. You also can't control who you attack. So you would normally want to attack the goblin leader first, because he gets enraged after an ally dies, but it seems that what your AI chooses to attack is kind of random. We've got a much better sword with just base damage higher. Let's replace that. A lot higher regen on this one, but less vampirism. Regen over time is still good. Let's get that going. I think we'll save the rocks until we get another treasury. Regen over time, higher and higher health. Okay, let's replace that. Another rogue lantern, great. Put that in the area we've got a big build up of people. Of stuff in general, really. Another road lantern. Okay. Oh, and finally another village. If I hadn't placed the grove here, yeah, I didn't really think about the placement, because I could have put it in just a straight line, and then I could have had the 2 fields and a village there. Let's just put it here then, I guess. Oh, we had the bandit camp spawn. road lanterns. The highest number of squares we can get on this one. And we could put it there or here. This would control the goblins as well, actually. Great, another treasury. Slap that down there. Get the adjacency from the meadows, and I guess we could just build rocks upwards. It's another goblin camp. How are we on the old iron front? We've got the 2 iron, so if we pull out of the camp on this loop, we would have got everything we need. Ooh, misplaced that. Another village again. I think the next loop might be the last loop. We'll have to see. And put it here. Slow down the spawn a little bit with the lantern. Okay, so we're still at full. So we're definitely going to do this loop. Another mimic. Okay. The mimics spawn more the higher the loot level. Affects enemy levels, affects the level of equipment found. I think this ring. Same regen. More attack speed sounds good. This one, attack speed much higher. And let's leave it off. Difference between these rings. Vampirism, it's got higher counter, it gives more attack. No, it's not worth it. Ooh, it's not worth it though. It's definitely worth it. Another treasury, excellent. Put it there, and then they will share the adjacency, I think? Yes. Oh, nice. Another village. Where's my guy right now? Let's put him there. Quest failed. Oh, because I dropped a village on top of the harpy. Okay. More counter and regen. Sounds good. Thinking this will be the last loop. Another mimic, okay. Getting close on this treasury to a big payoff. Oh, there's a lot going on now. Let's slow down the speed. Oh, it doesn't affect the speed of battles anyway, okay. Much better sword, I think. Just gives more counter and evasion. I think that's normally worth it. We're taking a lot of damage at this point. We've got to watch this bar. Boss of the chapter will appear, yeah. He generally owns me whenever I have attempted to fight that, so I think we need to hold off putting any more tiles down. Just got an achievement, lost count. It's probably something to do with how many you've killed, I guess. Really good shield. Almost double the defense, but I'd lose regen and counter. I think I want that just for the last push. Got another upgrade. Use a full hand of Oblivion cards. 0.5 going through adjacent things. I think Blissful Ignorance is better than what people think, but let's go with just Surveyor to get us to the end. Oh, actually, I could have gone Blissful Ignorance just to clear everything out and go to the end. Maybe made a mistake there. Got to deal with it now. We've got more than enough iron that we need. Bit more health. There you go. Looking good. So I'm purposely just not putting stuff down now. Yeah, I think we're going to get to the end. I think we're going to get to the end of this pretty easily. There you go. Now, I don't think I want to do one more loop. I don't think I would get much benefit from it at this point. So yeah, let's pull out and we can build the supply depot. So you get all of the resources that you collected when you retreat at the campsite. You only get a certain fraction of it when you retreat midway through a run. So that's why you usually want to gamble and push to get to the campsite before you leave. Let's build our supply depot. So it's going to unlock the supply feature. No idea what that is. From now on, you'll begin to find useful artifacts for your people. Again, don't know what they mean by that, but sounds good. Unlock the ability to craft items. If you have the necessary buildings, unlock the ruins card. Great. Let's put that, I guess, somewhere in the middle. Oh, there's a farm there. I don't want that because that actually generates me food. So let's build it. We've got like a little area coming off here. Let's do that. Come up with a list of things we need. I won't say they are absolutely necessary, but they would make our lives better. Can't keep eating from the ground, while the food is also the ground. And then we go to sleep on the same, ground. Just want to get the idea. If you stumble upon a good piece of furniture or an instrument of anything else of use, remember this place. Take a wagon there. We'll remember that your finding's the right person. Okay, alright. Oh, hello. So these two buttons just opened up. Supply. Sort inventory. Sort items in inventory by their category. Sort items in inventory by this category. What? So I guess we just have no stuff right now. So can't really do anything. Create item by type. Created item type. So this one is something to do with things, like physical objects. So this is something to do with foods. And that made cheese. Type of food that's tasty and can be conveniently stored for a long time. Don't be sad if you don't have a glass of wine to go with it. The cheese is quite tasty. Plus 1 HP for killing an enemy. Ooh. So can I put... So is that like a permanent upgrade? Plus 1 HP after killing an enemy? Let's do that one more time. Oh, and that uses up noticeable change as well. Receive additional 5 HP when passing through villages. Meat stew. Dismantle for 1 food and 6 like little bits of change. Okay, alright. Then we go into the supply and put it in there. But for crafting we need more iron. God, you really just have to constantly grind iron in this game. Like everything wants so much metal. Like if we go to build again. Like 15, 9... these 2 additional things to the supply depot don't want that much actually. You can almost get a mud hut straight away. What's that? You can give residents furniture or food to store. Okay. And then this one is a warehouse plus 10 to the camp item limit. Alright, so not a big deal. Because we haven't even made any yet. Residents furniture or food to store. I have no idea what that does. Okay, next expedition.